episode of the Cat Lady Podcast. My name is Andrea, also known as the Cat Ladies. That's 2 T's, C-A-T-T, craft all the things. Welcome. If you're new and you like what you see, please subscribe on YouTube and like the video. Please follow me on the interwebs as the Cat Lady on Instagram. I have a Facebook group, the Cat Lady, and Ravelry group. I do a lot of, I've been trying to start some knit-along, craft-alongs on Ravelry, so I will talk about some more of those. So come join in on the fun. And if you're a returning viewer, of course, I am ever so grateful for you, and thanks for continuing to support me and follow me and just be you. So thanks for that. Oh my gosh. Today is January 25th, 2019. This is the second time I'm recording. Luckily, I didn't get very far. I set up with my big DSLR camera like I've been doing, and as soon as I started my intro, the battery started flashing. So now I am using my iPhone again, but I am using the back camera. Usually I use the forward-facing camera so I can see what's going on, but now I'm using the back camera so I cannot see what's going on, so hopefully I kind of made sure nothing was cut off, I think. So hopefully everything's fine. I'm going with it now. It's the middle of the afternoon. I still have things I gotta get done. I have got to get this done. So it is Friday, and I wanted to record this on, I think it was gonna on Tuesday, but kids were in school on Tuesday. And I was feeling kind of, I'll do it tomorrow. And then Wednesday was an ice day. So it wasn't a snow day, it was ice. So the roads were icy. So I'm like, okay, I'm not doing it. So then Thursday, another ice day. So I'm like, okay, please let them have school today. So they have school, they're in school, and here I am. So podcast news. I talked about it last episode. We are hosting a new knit-along craft. I don't like to just say knit along. I kind of like to say craft along just because it incorporates all the crafts, but I mean it's a fiber craft along because you could crochet as well. But it is in combination with the Reluctant Sisters podcast. I think I called it the Reluctant Knitter podcast. It's kind of both. It's a group of 3 sisters that used to podcast together. They still kind of attend festivals together and stuff, but the one sister does the podcast alone right now, and she's the Reluctant Knitter, so that's where that confusion comes in. But it's the Reluctant Sisters podcast, and we are hosting the Fiber Fest sweater knit along, craft along, crochet along, whatever. So basically knit a sweater, and you don't have to be going to a Fiber Fest to participate, so you just have to knit a sweater, and you can enter in the Ravelry group, and you can enter into the Reluctant Sisters Ravelry group. And all my notes and links and everything are all in my Ravelry group, so please come join the group and add yourself as a member and get all the information. But anyways, the idea is knit a adult size sweater. You can have up to 2 entries of sweaters, so you can knit 2 sweaters, and you can get a 3rd entry if you post a picture of yourself wearing one of those sweaters. So, and that's just to kind of keep things fair, because some people will knock off like a sweater a month. Most people will probably do 1 to 2 sweaters a year. So we're gonna just keep it to 2 max. The contest goes until, the knit along goes until the mid-November, I think we've decided. There is the New England Fiber Fest that's at the beginning of November, so we will go till mid-November. If there's any Fiber Fest that you know of that you're going to in December, please let us know. We can always push it to the end of the year. Let's see. If you're gonna chat about it on Instagram, my hashtag is CatLadySweaterCal. That's CATTLADYSWEATERKAL. Just to make it easy. Knit along sweaters are primarily knitted, but again, crochet is allowed. But that is my hashtag, and there is a hashtag for the Reluctant Sisters, and I will put that in the group as well. Prizes. So everyone loves prizes. So I will purchase a skein of yarn at Rhinebeck. So I'm going to Rhinebeck this year, and that is my fiber festival of choice. I'm also probably going to Michigan Fiber Festival. I don't always go to Michigan Fiber Festival, but if I'm available, I will go to that. But that is in the middle of August. I am not wearing a sweater to the Michigan Fiber Festival. So the festival that I am wearing my sweater to will be Rhinebeck. So I will buy a skein of yarn at Rhinebeck, or maybe I'll pick something up at the Michigan Fiber Fest. If I go. But anyways, a skein of festival yarn will be acquired, as well as a project bag and matching DPN holder that I will make. I haven't figured out what fabric, I don't know if it depends on what yarn I pick, if I want it all to kind of match, so And then I will also make a jumbo pom-pom because I like making jumbo pom-poms. They're fun. And so that's prize 1. Prize 2, I got another prize, as a donation from one of the Reluctant Sisters. It is, I will put a picture of it. It's 2 skeins of work, what can I think of? WYS, what is it? I don't remember. So you'll see the picture of what the brand is. I don't want to say it wrong. It's Air Valley. It's a Aran weight wool nylon blend, 218 yards per 100 grams, and there's 2 of those. So yeah, and real pretty colors there. And a flamingo notions pouch, just a little pouch like this with a snap that you can hold your stitch markers and stuff in. And prize 2 will also include a jumbo pom-pom because I have so much faux fur yarn, I can make all the jumbo pom-poms in the world. So those are 2 prizes for that. There may be more. If you have any, if you are a maker or just have some stash you want to give up, please feel free to contact me or the Reluctant Sisters, and we are all taking donations so that we can do more prizes for the knit-alongs. And then starting February 1st, so like next week, I also set up the warm-up craft along, and this is going to be, so I put a poll on Instagram about what kind of knit along you'd like to participate in. Socks, cowls, shawls, something, you know, basic 1 skein projects. And I kind of got votes for everything, and then someone chimed in and said, how about just like a warm up and include everything? I like that, that's fine. It makes it a little more versatile, everyone can participate. So this is the warm up cal, and you can do cowls, scarves, hats, mitts, socks, shawls. The rules runs February 1st through April 8th, so it's what, February, March, 2.5 months, or 2-ish months? Yeah, so like 2 months. If you think that needs to be longer, I think 2 months is fine for smaller projects. Each item put in your own post, everything's on Ravelry. Must be a full pair of an adult-sized mittens, mitts, gloves, socks. Shorty socks are okay, again, as long as they're adult size, so no like kids tube socks, kids hats, you know, because those, you can whip those up in like an hour. I mean, some hats you can whip up in like 2 hours, which is fine, but as long as it's an adult sized item, we'll count that. Unlimited entries, so if you make it, post it. You can post it in any other knit-alongs, craft-alongs that are going on. Crochet, welcome, of course, so knit crochet is fine. Share your progress on Instagram with hashtag CATTLADY, that's 2 T's, CATTLADY. Warm Up Cal, so WARMUPKAL. Again, I'm sticking with the KAL just because it's easier. Prizes will include a project bag, maybe a DPN holder, and more to be determined. I do have some stash that I just pulled out to use for prizes. I'm not guaranteeing all these will be used for this knit along. It really depends on how much activity we have and how much participation. So if you chatter, if you participate, if you are on Instagram and participate, if I get lots of participation, there'll be more prizes because I have these things set aside for prizes. But if not, I will save them for other craft alongs too. So some prizes I have pulled out of stash. I have this worsted single, 175 yards, 100 grams, 100% merino. And this is from Hot Knit yarn. Got little fuzzies on it. So in this like very bright blue. So very squishy singles. Make a nice hat probably. How many yards did I say? 175? I don't know. It says worsted. It looks a little bit thicker than that, but I don't know. I digress. And then another one I have, and this was donated to me a long time ago, and I really like it, but it's just not my colors. And I gotta be true to myself and realize I'm probably never gonna knit with it, but it is Madeline Tosh, so of course I hated to part with it, but I think this will be better off at somebody else's home. So this is a Tosh sock, 100% superwash merino, fingering weight, 395 yards, and it's the Victory Garden color. So it's a very, Victory Garden sounds very apt for a prize. But it's oranges and greens. So it's in some like light blue. So it's pretty. No question, but just definitely not my colors. So this will be perfect for a prize. And people donating me things to keep/give away, so I mean, that works out. This was something I won. So but it's not quite me either, so I don't know. It's been sitting long enough that I realized that I'm probably not gonna use it. This I really do like, but I ordered 4 skeins of it. Again, it was a prize. I won a gift card. And I ordered 4 skeins for a sweater, and I knit a swatch, and I didn't think I'd like a sweater. But after knitting a hat and mitts out of it, I thought, oh shoot, maybe it would have been a nice sweater. But oh well. So I still have a skein. I still have 2 of these left, so I figure I'll give one away. I still have one if I want to make a shawl or something, or a pair of socks. But this is Hue Loco yarns in the color Road Trip. I think I called it Road Trippin' last time, but it's Road Trip, so it's pretty. And if you look at my project page, you can see my barley hat and some twin leaf fingerless gloves. I think I showed those off very recently. And it's real pretty. It's fingering weight, merino nylon, superwash. Let's see, 463 yards. And then this was another donation a while ago. This is Knit Picks Imagination in the Enchanted Forest colorway. It is merino alpaca nylon, 219 yards, 50 grams. I have 3 of them, so I have 150 grams of alpaca wool. 50, 25, 25, alpaca wool nylon. So real pretty green variegated. It's a little fuzzy, the alpaca, you can tell it's alpaca. It's very soft. And I think this is discontinued yarn. I don't think Knit Picks makes this anymore. So yeah. I have one friend that has an issue with alpaca, so if you do have an issue with that, please, you know, if you're participating, please chime in and I'll make sure that's not your prize. And then I went through my bag stash and found this bag. Needs to be ironed a little bit, but pretty kitties, pink kitties, little polka dot ribbons. Just a sock size bag, and then this one, which I like this one too. And it's like I make these bags and then I don't want to give them away because I like them, but this one actually is a tad smaller, like not much, but it like, I think it was a fat quarter, it was a remnant or something, or a fat quarter or something. So I, you know, those sizes are always kind of all over the place. So it's like an inch narrower from the top and the bottom, really. So, but it's still gonna fit your socks or mitts or, you know, small project. But this is that cool little swirling. It's kind of like almost like a canvasy. And then I got some like brown swirls, and hopefully you're seeing all this because I don't know what I'm doing. So, but I will post pictures of the prizes in the threads that they are for. So like I said, these bags, I think I'm gonna make a bag for the Rhinebeck one. Maybe one of these bags will go to the warm-up one. Maybe both bags will go to the warm-up one. I don't know. Maybe I'll end up making more bags that I want to give away. So we shall see. So that's it for that. And that's all for podcast news. I know that went on forever. So on to knitting. So let's finally talk about what I've been working on. I've been kind of busy. So first thing I've been working on is, so I talked about my CC copycat CC knit beanie, whatever it was. The teal beanie I did, and I had trouble with my DPNs, so I thought, okay, I need to put on a small project with the similar size DPNs. They weren't the same size, but they were similar, and see how they go. And so I picked the Thermal Boot Cuffs by Julie Tarsha. I've never made boot cuffs before, but I do wear a lot of leggings, so I thought that they would be cute, and I wear a lot of leggings with boots. So boy, I'm still dealing with cold ick stuff, so my voice is going a little bit. But anyways, thermal boot cuffs, free on Ravelry. I think these were size 6 DPNs. The hat was on a size 8. Lion brand, Vanna's Choice, charcoal color. It came in 3 sizes. I knit the middle size. I probably should have went a size down. They're a little bit big, but I mean, they're not too big. So, and then I had these coconut buttons that I bought like 100 of them like 5 years ago. Not 5 years ago. I don't know, a while ago. Man, it could have been 5 years ago. So I put those on there just for decoration. So there's that. It's just like this waffle stitch pattern. Yeah, I think that's a waffle stitch. I think it's the same as like blueberry waffle socks. But yeah, these turned out really nice. I put some pictures on Ravelry. I'll put in a picture for my photo shoot if I remember. I have piles everywhere. Let me see, pictures. Let me write that down. Pics, okay. And the next finished object I have in knitting is my High Cliff hat. I'm not going to put it on because I will show a picture of me wearing it because of last week. But this is by Melissa Shasori. This was in the Plum Dandy Knits book. This is using V yarns, so the letter V yarns in the horned base. It's a bulky, it's called Wine and Wool. I think I got this at Michigan Fiber Fest. So this turned out really pretty. To be honest, I wish I would have added a couple to the cast on. It's a little snug. It's not, it fits, it's fine, but it's like, it stretches a little. And maybe that's just the nature of bulky because, you know, there's lots of space. So, I mean, because, yeah, I mean, I'm barely stretching and you can kind of see through it. I guess because you don't want it to be super dense either. So, so yeah, I'm super pleased with this. I do not like the cable on the side. I took pictures of me wearing it on the side, but I took a side view. So I don't like the front view because, like, then the front of your head has this weird, like, pearl bump and it just looks weird. So I like... And if you look at all the pictures on Ravelry, everyone's taking a view from the side for the most part. And the ones that have the front on with the cable in the side, I just don't like it. So I like the cable. So when I wear it, I will wear the cable in the front. And I like that better. But it's got an interesting cable pattern. It's a very simple cable pattern, but the cool thing is it's got this like little seed stitch section in the middle, so it's kind of fun. And of course I made the jumbo pom-pom. And I love the pink. I thought that turned out great. So, High Cliff, that was that one. And that is it for my finished objects for knitting, so on to my works in progress. I am working on Jim's socks. Patton's Croy Clover colors, size 1 needles. The toe was still weird, so I ended up, but I don't know if I think I showed you, I just finished the heel last time. So I tried it on, I knit a couple more, I knit about an inch or so up, and then I tried it on his foot, and just didn't like the toe still. So I did a reverse rip out. So I ripped out, I started toe up, but I ripped the toe out and getting through, trying to unknit, like frog the toe when you do it the reverse way, going through the decreases, it's a pain in the butt. But I got through the decreases and I re-knit it back down to 36 stitches. So I had to kind of do a little math and figure it out. I think it's okay. He's very vague when he tells me if it's good or not. Like he says, okay, okay. And me looking at his foot, I still can't really tell, but here's the finished sock. So, and to be honest, I would have liked to knit a bigger cuff, but that was all. That's all the yarn. That was all the yarn. Yeah, like literally this is it. So maybe I could have done one more row, but yeah, that was all the yarn. And well, granted, I did rip, I did have this left over from the toe, but again, that would, you know, that would equate to 2 or 3 rows maybe, so. And I do like to have extras for a mini, but yeah, I like these colors. They're fun. Still kind of manly, even though they're almost rainbowy, but I don't know, I like it. So there's one sock. And this is living in my Tangled Skein CA Japanese knot bag for winter kitties. The weather is surely appropriate for that now, so. And this is my little Northern Lights TPN cozy that I made. So I started sock 2, and I just started this yesterday because I kind of, after I finished that one, I kind of needed a break. So I started sock 2, 36 stitch toe. I'm gonna do my best to, I tried to count rows and stuff, but especially after undoing and redoing, I don't know where. So I'm gonna do my best to match it up. I think I did about 60-ish rows before I started the heel, something like that. So yeah, so hopefully these work out. Don't know why socks are such a pain for him, and he likes them and he wears them, so I want to make them, so I just don't want them to be difficult. So that is that, and then I finally pulled back out my Free Your Fade by Andrea Mowry. I started this, boy, I don't know when I started, maybe in the summer. I don't know if it was the summer or not, but I made a Find Your Fade a while ago in a bunch of hodgepodge yarns stash that I tried to mash together, and when it was done, I just didn't love it. So I'm sending it to my friend Brandy Miller because she said she wanted it, and I said, okay, you can have it. So I'm sending that to her. I still haven't sent it, but I ended up buying this kit on Knit Picks. So it was a Knit Picks Hawthorne Fog Bank Fading is what it was called, and this is so more me. I mean, it fades subtly, which I like, and it's all purplies and teals and grays and whatever. So we start with like a white, blue speckled, goes gray, goes into like a gray bluish purple, into a bluish purple teal, and then I'm on color 4, which is 5? 4 or 5? 1, 2, 3. Color 5, which is a kind of a, this one's the oddest color of the bunch. It's like a really bright blue. I mean, it kind of picks up the color from, it definitely picks up the speckle from the front here, but it's just it's very bright compared to the rest. But it then goes into this color, which totally picks up that color, and then into a dark purple, which when I took a picture of this on my phone, it looked burgundy, so it is a purple. So I don't know what color it's looking right now, but it's a reddish purple for sure, but it's purple. So yeah. But I love the subtlety of a lot of these sections. I mean, you can tell it's switching colors, but it's so not obvious in some of these parts. So last time I showed this on the podcast, I was where the little orange clip is. So ignore the green one. That one's keeping track of where I'm at right now. But so from the orange clip to the top is where I left off. So I can remove that now. Let's not forget. I did make some mistakes in there. For some reason I decided like randomly to do a different decrease in the center. Luckily it was kind of in the lace section. I don't know if you can see that there. It was right in that lace section. Not to be noticeable, but of course I noticed it, but thankfully it was in the lace section because it's a little less noticeable because it's already kind of busy there. So I don't know what I was doing. All of a sudden I was just doing them differently. And then I realized, hey, that doesn't look right. So then I figured it out. And I don't do the same decrease that's in the pattern. I don't use a marker either in the middle because I think you have to move the marker, like you literally physically have to like move it and then knit and then put it back, and I don't like doing that. So what I do is one stitch before this center, which you can obviously know the center stitch, I slip 2 as if to knit 2 together, knit 1, pass the 2 over. And that makes a nice little V there. I do like that, actually really like that decrease. I kind of wish I was using that for my my scrappy, mine isn't Cozy Memories, but scrappy yarn blanket, my mitered square blanket. I do wish I had that decrease because I kind of like the raised slip stitch look. So anyways, but yeah, I'm plugging away on this. I am kind of excited to just get this done. This is living in my BB-8 sweater bag from Brandy Miller. She just made it for me as a present, so that was nice. So that's that. And that is all I have for knitting. And I know I said I was going to cast on a sweater, but I feel like I really want to finish the fade, finish my husband's socks. I do want to knit some socks for me. I haven't knit myself socks in a while, so. But that's a good travel project, so, you know, I need to always have socks kind of around or something small. Spinning, so I'm spinning. So I don't have any finished object spinning, but I have work in progress. So I started another odd and end. I didn't get very far, but I did start, so. Oh, and this, I will take a tangent here. This is appropriate time to talk about this. So yesterday, this is my Snyder spindle, and it's the cat cutout Turkish spindle. And this is the odds and ends by Into the World. And so yeah, nice pretty blue teal. In my Chasing Acorns Star Wars bag. I was going through my bags today and I have 4 or 5. I think 4. I think I have 4 Star Wars bags. This one I bought from Chasing Acorns. The other 3 were actually gifts, so people know me. I got one from Mandy Pinecone, I got one from my friend Tanya, and then I got one from my friends Ren Strong Girl Knits. She used to do a podcast. So yeah, that's kind of funny. Star Wars, all the things. So anyways, tangent, I was going through Twitch yesterday. So, you know, Twitch is typically a streaming platform for gamers, but there are some makers on there that are starting to kind of veer over there, and I've played with the idea. I have no idea how to do it. I don't probably have enough cameras, but it looks fun. Like, it'd be fun to set up cameras and knit or sew or something. But I was kind of just looking through the crafter section yesterday, and I stumbled across Snyder spindles, and they were making spindles, and so it was kind of fun. I probably was there for like an hour, and you know, I started chatting, and we started talking, and then he gave me a tutorial on how to use a Scottish spindle, and then he was telling me how he makes his spindles and stuff, and so he was making the shafts, and his wife was sanding down and finishing up the Turkish legs, the cutouts and stuff. So super fun, super cool. So if I'm ever free and they're on Twitch, it's fun to watch. So So that was cool. So if you are on Twitch, you can watch their live videos when they're on. So, oh shoot, I forgot about talk about something else, but that's okay. So that is my odds and ends, and then I started my wheel, and I just literally started today, like an hour ago. I thought, okay, I just need to start it, because once I start it, then I'll see it and kind of decide to work on it more. But this is, I'll put a picture of my progress, because of course I can't take it off the wheel, but this is the Lavender Sheep in the Dogwood Blossom. It's a wool silk blend, and this is the color. So yeah, so I busted off a chunk, and I'm trying to knit for a bulky. I think it might come out a little bit under. So what's that? Is it DK? Worsted. No, yeah, worsted, then bulky, then super bulky. So it might come out, well, that's probably not going to come out worsted. My single is between a DK and a worsted right now. Or, you know, depending on the parts. It's a little, it's hard. It's hard to control what you're doing when you're not just spinning thin. Thin is like super easy now. Like once you start spinning thin is like easy. So it's trying to spin thicker. Like I have to pedal really slow because you don't want too much twist. And, you know, parts of it want to slough off too big, or then some parts get too thin, and yeah, so I'll be interested to see how this turns out. But I'm aiming for like a bulky, and I think I'm gonna get it. So, oh boy, it goes a lot faster. So it's kind of nice. Pictures. I took pictures though. Let me remember pictures. On to sewing. So I have been bit by the sewing bug these last couple weeks, and so yeah, I will show you my sewing progress. So I made my first zipper bag, which was the Zelda zipper bag. Yeah, I think I showed you that, right? Yeah, I still have it here for some reason. So this was my first bag. I showed you the Zelda zipper bag. I love that fabric. So then I made this pumpkin bag, and so yeah, so this one was like the little key ring. I think you're supposed to like attach like a key ring to it, key ring tab, but I like the wrist tab better. Something you can actually grab. And I actually, it's a little bit, it's sewn, backstitch, sewn over, so it's kind of reinforced there. So you can kind of grab on it. But I think it's just easier to pick up, and I mean, I could fit it around my wrist if I wanted to hold it around my wrist, but it's really more just to pick up. And it was just an arbitrary size there, because now I'm looking at the ones I made already, and it's thicker. So maybe I need to come up with an actual size dimension. So anyway, so this is my pumpkin bag with the brown on the inside. And I like this. I've had this fabric for a while. Of course, I bought it for Halloween, so this will be my Halloween fall bag. David said the pumpkins look creepy, and they kind of do, but they look fun. So. And I also, yeah, I made that one a little bit bigger. Like the width is the same, but I think I added a little height, because the pattern I was following, this was almost square, so it was kind of hard to determine which way to hold the fabric, except for this one, because it's got an actual, and this one wouldn't have been either. This one has a definite side up and down, but anyways, so it's a little bit taller, which is fine. Still learning sizes. I have a story to tell you about that later, soon, in a few minutes. So this was the gold silver swirl, and it's got some like iridescent kind of gold, kind of shimmers a little bit. And then we have the little heart arrows. I don't know, it's just gray, kind of a fun fabric for the inside. And yeah, I made this, this is definitely more of a wrist strap, which is nice. So whatever size this is, I have another one cut out already. I should measure it and see what size that, because that's a good size. Maybe it needs to be moved up a little bit, but whatever, that's fine. And then we have the foxes, which I've made a pouch bag out of this. I think boy, do I have one of these? I might have one of these. I know I gave one to the Canadian knitter. I don't know if I have one for myself, and this was fun, inside fabric. This is perfect for Valentine's Day. The fox and hearts, but this was kind of fun. Swirly pink in the middle. Yeah, these zipper bags, these are not simple. They are, but they're not. Like, zippers are a pain in the butt. Like, if you look at my craftsmanship, like, in the zipper, it's not perfectly straight, and like, I don't know, like, I don't have a lot of professional bags, so I don't know if this is typical. Like, is it supposed to be perfectly straight, or is it a little bit off okay? Because, you know, people are like, oh, why don't you sell your bags? But yeah, I don't know. They're like, is this quality good enough? I'm not sure. This one looks pretty good. This one's probably my best one. No, the Zelda one's pretty good too. They're not perfect, so I don't know. Do they need me? I don't know. And that one more zipper bag. So, here's the story. So I took some measurements of this bag to make this bag and forgot to factor in the fact that you chop like 3 inches off the bottom to make the squared edge. So I thought I measured right, but I didn't. Something went amiss, and I did not get the right measurement. So it is more of a shawl size bag than a sweater bag, which is fine, but look at this fabric. Is this not amazing fabric? So yeah, and this one I sewed the piece to the zipper and didn't like it. Like, it was just too wonky. Like, after I sewed both pieces to the top of the zipper, I just didn't like it. It was too messed up. Still got little threads in there. So I ripped them out, which ripping out sewing is not simple at all. So I ripped them out, and then I sewed it back together again, and one of the pieces was on the wrong way. Like, I put the lining was on top instead of the cat print. So I had to rip it out again. So 3rd time's a charm, except then it's the wrong size. It's still fine. It's still usable. I can fit my fade in here. So I mean, it's a large shawl bag, really. So with just some purple on the inside. But this was my first larger bag, so it's pretty good. But took a couple tries. And this fabric, oh, I love this fabric. This is the best fabric in the world. And I already cut out fabric for another bag this size, so I'm gonna have 2, shawl size bags. So, oh well. So those are all my zipper bags. So then I have a pouch bag, which I would consider this, so like a pouch. This is for my husband. I told him he couldn't have it until I showed it off at the podcast. He doesn't need it for anything, but I asked him if he wanted another bag. He uses them for his electronics and stuff, cords, games. So of course we're a Zelda loving family, so here's the Zelda fabric for that. And so just a standard pouch. These are super easy to make because there's only one line instead of the 2 lines of the casing. There's no corners, so these ones are probably the easiest ones to make. And then pouch drawstring bags. I made one for Emily because she wanted one. She likes Zelda, so she wanted a drawstring bag. And I asked her what kind she wanted. I was trying to convince her to get one of these ones, but she wanted one of these, so I made her one of these, which is fine. But you got to do the 2 sides for the casing and then the squared bottom, so it makes it for a little more challenge. But yep, so we got that. So that's for Emily, and I told her she couldn't have it until I recorded, so now she can have it. And then these 3 bags were, this one was half sewn. I don't know why I didn't finish it. It was literally like sewn like 3/4 of the way, and then like I just didn't do the one side, and literally I'd have to just flip it back inside out, do the casing, and yeah, all I had to do was like sew up the side, do the casing, and do the bottom. So I have no idea, but this was supposed to be, this is kind of a prototype. I have one of these. This is supposed to be kind of like a spindle bag, but now it's this looks like a wine bottle bag. So this is gonna probably like maybe be a gift bag for a wine bottle or something. So, because you know, the fiber, if you put a spindle in here and with the fiber, it kind of sticks to the fabric, so it isn't very practical, and it's hard to dig in there a little bit. So we're gonna just call this a wine bottle bag. But again, it was like 90% finished, so I figured I'd finish it. And then these 2 were all cut out, but just not done. So, and if you'll notice, that was the same bag as my giveaway bag, so I'm gonna keep this one. So this has some pink swirling on the inside, pink kitties, paw prints, and these were like fat quarters I bought because I thought they were too cute. And the green one, the swirly inside. And I like using these paracords now. They're just a little easier, even though the ribbon, I like the way the ribbon looks better, but I just like the ease of the paracord. So if for some reason, if I do the giveaway that pink bag and someone requests a paracord, I'll gladly switch it out. And last, I made a Space Cats drawstring bag for Brandy, the person who I've been talking about the most today. A purple interior, Space Cats, sock size bag. Whew, okay, and then, so every time I cut out fabric for a bag, I tend to cut out a couple extras for the DPN cozies. So these are the 2 DPN cozies that need snaps, and these are my Zelda DPN cozies. I probably don't need 2, so you know, maybe I can use one for a giveaway, but I feel like that's such a niche thing. Like, I don't know who, you know, if you enter to win a Zelda DPN cozy, like, what if you don't like Zelda or don't care, you know? So I don't know. So I don't know. So back up to knitting again. So this was my very first sweater, and it fits good. It's nice and fitted. It was a pain in the butt. It's called Buttony is the name of it. I don't even think it's available on Ravelry anymore. It was a free pattern. It was written very haphazardly. I had to do a lot of math to try to figure things out, and again, it was my first project or sweater, so. But it turned out really nice, but it is so itchy. This is the worst yarn, and I soaked it in conditioner, so this is why I'm bringing it back up again, because I soaked it in conditioner hoping maybe it would make a difference, but it's just this, I think there's like the guard hairs are still in here. Like, it's just so itchy. It's baby alpaca, so you'd think it's supposed to be like a dream, like super soft. It's Bernat baby alpaca. So I bought it at Joann because at that point I wasn't purchasing yarn from anywhere else. And it's just so itchy. But here's those coconut buttons. I bought like a billion of them. So I gotta figure out how to wear it. Like, I think if I put an undershirt on, it's fine, but the collar is like, it's kind of boat neck, so it's like, I don't know, maybe if I just wear a tank top and this, it'll be fine. I think maybe I could tolerate the sleeves, because it's fitting, so it fitted, so I really can't. It's like I need a tank top with sleeves, because I need something that doesn't have a collar, because it looks funky. Because I bought a black plain shirt to wear underneath it, but then yeah, you got this whole black shirt collar up here. So I don't know, because I don't want to frog it. I like it. I want to wear it. But I need to figure out something. So next time, I'll play around. I'll see if I can man it. And it's got some shaping in it. So yeah, I'll see if maybe a tank top works. I've worn it once or twice. But it was knit like as a cardigan style, so except for, you know, the offset here with the buttons off the side. And I don't think you were supposed to sew it, but I sewed it on because it was kind of wonky. Again, the pattern was weird. I don't know why I picked this pattern for my first sweater, but it turned out really nice, besides the stupid yarn. Tangent complete. Alright, so onto my Cricut project. Oh, shoot. Okay, we're going to do a little editing here. I'm going to grab my Cricut project. Okay, we're back. So, I got a Cricut for Christmas, and I've been not making a ton of things with it yet, but I have lots of ideas, and one of my things is we're going to Disney in the summer, and I wanted to make a countdown. So I have to put in the right number because I have to look it up because I don't know what it is anymore because I missed a couple days this week. And of course that's going to be the problem. It's so many days away, you know, it's 200 something days away that, yeah, it's going to be, I'm going to have to keep double checking. But it's fun. It's hanging in my kitchen and makes me excited because we like to go to Disney. So this is a chalkboard vinyl and then some just regular vinyl. And these are the little icons they use on the Disney app. So I kind of retrace those and clean them up. So this is a dollar store frame, and I thought it was an 8x10, and it said 8x10. It's 9x10. It had like an insert that had like a matte thing that was horribly cheap that like totally shredded when I opened the frame. So it's like I wouldn't have been able to use it anyways. But apparently the opening was about, well, the opening would have been like 8 by, because it's 10 down, so it would have been an opening of like 8 by 9.5. I don't know, I was like, because I printed a piece of paper because I was going to use like yellow and white polka dots. So I printed an 8x10 yellow polka dot to put in the back. And then it's not the right size. This is a 9x10 frame. Thanks a lot, dollar store. And then I made this. So this is also a dollar store purchase. This is like just a little journal-y thing, and I'm gonna keep my knitting ideas in there for like patterns and stuff. And I just put knit happens because that's funny. And get the little ball of fluff with the knitting needles in it. And I thought the teal looked good on the brown, so that's it. Work in progress for the Cricut. Where did I put my shirt? Oh. So I'm making a shirt. So this is a shirt I already had. Figured a good practice, just this black with kind of white flecks in it. And I picked out a glittery rose gold vinyl, and this is what it's going to say. Drink coffee, eat snacks, knit things, pet cats. So I thought that was clever and silly and sums up what I want to do with my life. So yeah, that is my... But I am a little terrified because I haven't only done like 2 shirts, and it was like simple t-shirts with white. That's kind of a stretchier fabric. I asked around and it should be fine, but this is kind of a bigger graphic and I'm using glitter, so there's a whole lot of things going on that make me a little nervous, but I will get to it. So that was that. Okay, so that's it for Cricut and stash. Not much stash except for some more fabric. But Joann's keeps having fabric sales, like their remnants are on like 50% off and then an extra 10% off or something. So this one was like sparkly pink. And it kind of looks like it should be an interior fabric, but I like it so much it's going to be an exterior because it's sparkly. It's sparkly and it's pink. So I'm going to make that exterior, both of these, all these. Oh, well, this one's Christmas Mickey. It's kind of more of a, almost flannel-y, fleecy, but it's just cotton. But Christmas Mickey. So that'll make a bag out of that. And then this one, again, was like just pretty pink. It still kind of reminds me of something that should be an inside fabric, but I like it so much I'll probably make it an outside fabric. So I'll just have to make it super simple inside. So like I have like a plain white, might be look good with one of these. So that's all for stash. No knitting stash. Let's see. Okay, that's it. That is it. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, yeah. I am missing something. Back to sewing, real super quick. I have works in progress for sewing. That's why that is why I'm recording down here, because I wanted to show off my sewing works in progress, but I did not want to lug my pre-cut fabrics all upstairs. And almost my sewing stuff was all down here, so. So, in sewing works in progress, I cut out a bag for David, my son. So this is the Mario fabric I showed off a week or so ago. So this is the outside, so it's going to be a pouch, like the just wear. And I just found this in the basement. This will be a good interior fabric for that. So, just the blue. So I'm going to cut that out. And then I'm going to do and this is going to be for a giveaway too. So this fabric was donated to me by a past viewer. And I told her, she asked me to make, she sent me this fabric and she said, if you want, can you make me a zippered bag? At the time, I was only making drawstring bags. And I said, well, you know, when I figure it out, I will. And 3 years later, here I am, finally making a zipper bag. So I stuck to my word and I said, would you like a zipper bag? I finally got the courage and made some zipper bags, and I'm comfortable with zipper bags. And she's like, well, I don't really need any bags now, so thanks. I said, okay, if anything you need, let me know. But this was the fabric she wanted to use, so I figured, okay, well, I'm going to use this for a giveaway because that seems appropriate. So this is going to be a green zippered pouch, zippered bag, or is this, no, this is going to be the green drawstring bag. So this is going to be the flat box bottom drawstring bag. Green outside, pink inside. I don't know if they go, they go together, but they don't go together, I don't know, but I'm going with it. So, but I like it, it's kind of fun. So that's going to be the pouch, or the drawstring box bottom. So then I have my, this is going to also be a drawstring bag. So I got Mickey fabric, and then polka dots on the inside. So this is Mickey Mouse pouch, drawstring, not pouch. I'm trying to remember if I cut this shorter or not. Probably not. Okay, anyways. So I'm trying to separate my bags. Okay, so that is the pouch bags, drawstring bags. Ah, okay. So this is going to be a zipper bag. So, but pink on the outside and green on the inside, so reverse the mundo. So, yeah. And there's my strap. I should measure this one before I sew it in so I know what size it is. So this will be a sock-sized pouch bag for a giveaway. Zippered pouch. And the other one will be a drawstring bag for a giveaway as well. So those are 2 bags that will go for giveaway. And actually that might look good with this one. The green at least. I know they don't have the match, but it's kind of fun. So this is my, was going to be a sweater, but actually a shawl size bag. So this is the same size as the Cats in Space zippered bag. This is going to be the zipper bag for that. Same polka dots on the inside, Mickey on the outside. And that will be mine to keep because I love Mickey Mouse, of course, and the straps over there. Oh, and hello. Zipper, red zipper. Red zipper for that one. Cream colored zipper for that one. Okay, so that was my sewing works progress. So life in review. Oh my god. Not much because I've been stuck in the house since I literally have not left the house since, well, except for yesterday. So from Sunday to Thursday, I did not leave the house, and that was kind of like I was literally gonna lose my mind. So last weekend we had a snow day Saturday, and well, not a snow day from school. We had snow on Saturday. Kids got to play outside. I'll put a couple pictures. I posted them on Instagram. But yeah, it was like the first time the kids got to play in the snow this season, so that was nice. Jim made a meatloaf. He is like the meatloaf king now. He likes it and he likes to make it, so he had Emily help him with that. The kids cannot crack eggs, that we've learned. 2 eggs ended up on the floor. They tried their best, but for some reason that just wasn't their thing. I made a cake from a box, and David helped me. So that was our dinner. We had a good time with that. But yeah, I made a whole cake, which, you know, like family of 4 in a 9x13 cake, like 30%, we ate like 30% of it, so 60% of it is in the freezer. 33% and 66%, whatever. Sunday was super duper 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 cold. We ran out to lunch at our favorite Mexican restaurant, and we went to pick up just a few odds and ends at the store. We rented Smallfoot, the movie, for the kids to watch, and just kind of had a fun day. It was a pretty good weekend. So Monday was Martin Luther King Day, so the kids were home from school. We watched some 90s cartoon. I wanted to show them something that was like informative and fun that had to do with Martin Luther King, so I found this cartoon special called My Friend Martin. So Emily said she had watched part of it in school, so I found it on YouTube and we watched that, but it was like from the 90s. I had a lot of popular people in there, like Whoopi Goldberg and James Earl Jones, Samuel Jackson, so it was kind of fun. So it was a good special, and kind of Emily was pretty upset about how people were treated, and she didn't understand why, and you know, I said there's still people that feel this way, and it's up to us to be the better people and treat people with respect and be the good person and stand up for others. She agrees. David was getting a little antsy by the end of the special, so he agrees too, but he's only 6, so. Then we had an ice day on Wednesday, like I said, and then we had an ice day on Thursday, and yeah. So finally today I'm getting my sanity back. I cleaned up the house a bit. I'm recording finally, and yeah. But next week we're supposed to be getting more snow, and it's gonna be like below, like the high on Tuesday is supposed to be like 0 degrees Fahrenheit. So yeah, not looking forward to next week because we might have more snow days, we might have more ice days, I don't know. The kids have things to do, but they just, they just don't want to do it. So anyways, so a new segment real quick. It's still life related, but I thought I'd put in what I'm listening to. So some people talk about what they're reading, some people talk about what they're watching. I don't watch a lot of things. I don't read as much as I should, but I do listen to things. I listen to podcasts, I listen to music. So podcasts I am listening to that are not knitting related are Mom and Dad Are Fighting, which is a Slate podcast, and it's super funny, and I listened to their entire back catalog. But if you're parents, that's lots of helpful scenarios and information, and I don't know, it's kind of fun. And then We Knows, as in KNOWS, We Knows Parenting, which is a mom and a dad that have 2 young kids, and they're super funny. So that's the podcast I've been listening to. There's tons of podcasts I've been listening to, but I will only list a couple at a time. So as of this week, I am talking about Mom and Dad Are Fighting and We Knows Parenting, which are both parenting podcasts. Once I get into true crime, I can go on for an hour probably on true crime. Listening to, I need to listen to music more because it makes me feel better and makes me happy, so, But my friend Lynn, who is the Wayward Skein podcast, mentioned that Weezer came out with a new album. It's called the Teal album, and it's a bunch of like mostly 80s covers. So like Toto's Africa was on there, and ELO was on there, and some who else was on there? Oh, Michael Jackson, Billie Jean. So yeah, it was a really fun album, so I went out and I just bought it. Husband's like, it's on Hoopla, you know. I'm like, I liked it, I wanted to buy it. So I already listened to it twice today. It's only 10 songs, so it's kind of quick, but I love Weezer, so then that made me think Weezer, so then I went back and listened to some back catalog Weezer, because we have all of them. And then I started listening to ELO, because I heard the song on the Weezer album, so now I'm listening to ELO Greatest Hits. So that is what I'm listening to. Whew, okay, so this is a longer podcast, but that's because it's been a longer time since I recorded last, so. Anyways, thanks for putting up with me and all my shenanigans, and I hope you guys get to craft all the things this weekend, and have a good week, and I will talk to you next time. See you later.